Soraya. I'm very excited to guide us through a series which is going to bring awareness to how we can not only build into our workouts healthy wellness patterns using our fingers and toes, but also just really just waking up our feet and our hands in ways for functional fun fitness. Before we begin, please allow me to read. By opening this Zoom meeting link, you agree that you have read this consent and understand its content. By continuing the video, I hereby voluntarily give consent to engage in a fitness class. I understand that this class is voluntary and I'm in no way obligated to actively participate, but I may observe as an option. This does not in any way impact eligibility for health insurance coverage. No results will be given in this class, and I am able to cease my participation at any time. This class may involve the use of the heart, lungs, blood vessels, and musculoskeletal system. It's designed to increase the demands on these systems. I understand that this class may include the use of free weights, exercise bands, stability balls, and other portable exercise equipment. I understand that I am responsible for monitoring my own condition throughout the class. Should any unusual symptoms occur, I will cease my participation immediately. Unusual symptoms may include chest discomfort, nausea, difficulty breathing, and joint or muscle injury. In participating, I agree to assume all risks of this class. I further understand that although this class is being sponsored by Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare Inc. and or its affiliates, Harvard Pilgrim shall not at any time or at any extent whatsoever be liable, responsible, in any way accountable for any loss, injury, or damage to be suffered or sustained by any person at any time in connection with or as a result of this class. I hereby release Harvard Pilgrim, its affiliates, subsidiaries, divisions, directors, and employees from any and all legal claims arising out of, in connection with, or in any way related to my participation in this class. All right, let us begin our guided session. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, I like to work with a tennis ball and a loop band. I usually start from the bottom up. So really start working off first with a tennis ball would be great. All right, so with your tennis ball or any item that you have, you can also use a cold bottle of water. You're gonna start off, pick one leg, obviously, and build into this some type of awareness with one foot then the other to see how it feels pre and post. I like to hold on to something. You can have a chair or just work on your balance if you'd like. All right, so we've got the ball over the arch of my foot, and we're just gonna start to roll forward and back. Keeping a tennis ball or any other lacrosse ball. Lacrosse is a little harder, so for me it's not quite my preference. But keeping a ball, underneath your desk if you have, or nearby, or a commercial break watching TV is a great healthy habit. So we're just applying now some general pressure. Try to increase the pressure going back and forth to really see how sensitive you are. All right, let's layer into this some breathing techniques. So inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Okay, keep this up, inhaling and exhaling. Now, I'd like for you to try to go side to side as well. So really focusing on the arch of the foot, ears, shoulders, and hips. Stay nice and stacked. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Circular pattern. Perfect. All right, let's progress to the heel of the foot, pushing slightly down into your heel. And if you've been doing this series with me from the beginning, I will be interested if you are noticing any gains in your mobility and flexibility of your feet or your fingers. I can tell you, I'm noticing an improvement myself. I teach a lot of classes, so I'm like, wow, this is commitment to this. It reminded me to keep up with it myself, okay? All right, so again, from the heel to the arch. So I hope you're enjoying the same gains. All right, so now from the pad of the foot, I just need you to just push slightly down. I'm kind of curling my toes under. So you want to realize that the motion of our fingers and our toes involves the entire body, but particularly the entire foot, the entire arm, to really kind of, even through your back. So much can be a part of improvement. All right, so side to side now, please. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Perfect. Now, try your best to roll the ball. So now I'm just focusing on grabbing with my toes into the ball. Okay, so again, just really building strength in your toes as well. Strengthening the toes is actually just as important as the flexibility. And you'll discover why as we do some exercises, okay? Throughout the whole foot, forward and back. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Perfect. Oh, that feels so good. Okay, now, just hopefully you have a mat or a pillow or something that you can feel comfortable to curl your toes under and apply some level of pressure to begin to stretch through the front of the foot, okay? Just enough pressure so that you're really feeling a little stretch through the front of the ankle. Good. All right, so for me, I've been working my right leg. I'm gonna stand on my right leg, lift up my left leg, and kind of inventory how much more awake my foot is. And let's compare it to the left leg or whatever, your opposite leg. And I can already feel just a slight like, okay, yeah, this leg is a lot more awake. So now I'm gonna take advantage of this, balancing, and I'm gonna just push my toes into the ground. And I don't have my leg up high, ears, shoulders, and hips are stacked, and I'm gonna really start to recruit my ankles for stability as well. A lot is in play with your balance, but you're just pressing your toes into the ground and relax. Excellent, let's move on to the other foot. Starting with the arch of the foot, all right? Ears, shoulders, and hips are stacked and just rolling through the arch of the foot. Again, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Take your time here. Remember, this is your time, so really inventory your own body. Now, side to side, inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And a small circular motion, if you can, applying enough pressure so that your body can handle it. If it's really painful, don't overdo it. But you do want to start to wake the foot up, all right? Into the heel, as if you're just pushing down with a high heel, ever so slightly elevated, and push down. Maybe circular motions too. Excellent job. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Now, come to the pad of the foot, and I have my toes gripping into the ball, and I'm just slightly applying some level of pressure as well. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Good. And again, circular motions on the pad of the foot. Inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. Now through the entire foot. You really are trying to get the entire foot, roll forward and back. Notice if you have any tightness. Over time, if you commit to this on a more regular basis, you are going to notice that it doesn't hurt as much, okay? And that's a lot of it is because you are beginning to release. Okay, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Okay, and same thing, curl your toes under and slightly apply enough pressure so that you're starting to feel a little bit of a stretch to the front of your foot. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And repeat now. I'm going now on my left leg to stand and on my right leg. I'm gonna feel the difference. And let's just stay here for a moment. Neutral pelvis, spine is long, abs are in, focusing on picking up with my toes into the ground and using this as a way to help me with my balance, okay? Inhaling and exhaling. Good, all right, now facing me. These are called toe taps, all right? Ears, shoulders, and hips stacked, neutral pelvis, shoulder width apart, tap out and in, all right? This muscle is your anterior tibialis muscle. Believe it or not, this is an important muscle with balance as well. So this is a great way to build into your healthy feet awareness. So if someone says to you when you're just tapping like this, why are you tapping? Just say, oh, I'm just doing my workout, I'm not being impatient. Other side, just tap. It's all part of your workout. And relax. Okay, excellent job. I have my loop band here. So again, just building into this, a little bit of strengthening through the feet. I'm just gonna roll my tennis ball nearby. All right, and from here, you're just gonna pick up your band and drop it. Pick up your band and drop it. And I'm wondering if you're like me and you multitask around your house and you use your toes to pick things up. Also, really want to build strength. Good. Inhale and exhale. Okay, switching sides, repeat. And I'm just going to hold on to the wall so you can see the profile. Just lifting up and dropping. A few more. And relax. Good. All right. So we're just going to work a little bit on the shoulders before we bring in the fingers to this portion. Legs are shoulder width apart. Expand and open. Push your hands into your thighs. Release as you roll. So I'm opening through the chest, tucking the tailbone under, and rising. So I'm going to really start to layer this into our alignment here. Wake up the body. Now keep your hands on your thighs and just stretch your lower back. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. So you really see my spine is curling under, and this is just waking up the spine and giving us a chance to really wake up. Now, if your band is like mine on the floor, you're gonna come all the way down, grab your band, just hang here for a second. Head says yes, head says no. Pick and lower your toes up and start to slowly rise up. Okay, we're just walking around the house, taking our band, rolling it up and releasing. All right, you can walk into another room if you can still hear me, but we are just committing to one hand, picking it up and releasing it, just as a gentle way to start to move our body. Now, bonus, if you can do two things at once, and that means you're kind of building in some foot fitness and awareness and pushing your toes into the ground as well. I am very curious if this is something that you can do. So I'm just kind of pushing my toes into the ground. Good, and switch sides. Okay, good. I teach dance fitness classes as well, so my foot fitness is really important for me, right? So I am a bit coordinated with being able to do two things at once. I call it cognitive cardio. So think of it that way, okay? So pushing your toes in, picking and lowering up the band. Good. And relax. Good. All right, so now we're gonna literally do a little bit of stretching through each finger as if you're counting. Okay? Count, count, and just pull gently on each finger. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. I'm on the same hand. Now I invite you to just slightly pull. You're not trying to pop a knuckle, you're just trying to create a little bit of space through the knuckles. Okay? So between our joints is a bit of fluid called synovial fluid, and we really want to keep movement in our joints. Okay? Same hand. Now I'm just going to apply some pressure, and again, just like we did with the tennis ball, I'm just going to pull and push down. And you can certainly layer in some rolling of the tennis ball, and hopefully maybe I'll remember to do that next week, because that is a good one too. And on the opposite direction, as I pull, I'm just stretching through the forearm, inhaling through your nose And then exhaling through your mouth. Good. On to the other side. We'll start with counting first. Just each individual finger. Gently pull. Inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. Perfect. And again, just slightly pull. No popping of the knuckles. Just create space. Inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. And if you do enjoy manicures and pedicures, you should feel something like that when they massage your hand, right? Okay, and then now just pulling slightly. And again, you're just stretching. Inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. Don't forget to get the thumb as well. And reverse direction. Now, this is actually, if you do get massages, manicures, or pedicures, our technicians can be really helpful in reminding us, oh wow, we're really tight. So it is good to know that you can self-release. Okay, good. All right, rolling through your wrists now. All right, so we picked up and we lowered, but now we're gonna work a little bit more on digits, all right? So thumb and middle finger, and it's just gonna go right, left, 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 right, left. Bonus if you can walk it around in a tempo, right, left, 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 right, left. Reverse that. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, and the dexterous working both sides of our brains. It goes left, right, 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 left, right. Good. Pinky, ring finger, middle finger, index. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. And piano fingers. Speaking of pianos, that exact exercise is one that my kids' piano teacher had them do all the time so that they could play the piano. Okay, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close. All right, rolling through the wrist. Okay, now we're just gonna work on a few exercises, and I want you to think about using your toes, using your fingers as a part of these exercises. All right, so I'm gonna keep my band nearby in my hand. I'm gonna roll down one vertebrae at a time and then walk it all the way out. Come on to all fours. I'm gonna take the band between my thumb and my, well, really it's on the palm, all right? And then I'm just gonna practice gripping with the band as I pull out and in, out and in. So come on back down. Sorry, if I get up and down, unless I cue you otherwise, I do want you to stay on the floor. Okay, now put your fingertips spread wide like starfish. Curl your thumbs underneath. So again, now the thumbs are underneath and you're working your upper body. This is added tone for your upper body. Option 1, walk your arms out like so on your knees. Option 2, curl your toes under, tuck your tailbone under, and in a plank. And we're going pretty intense with this one right out of the gate, so on your knees is a great choice. And hold. Perfect. Now, push all fingers into the floor, just like we did with the toes gripping. Grip with your fingers. Good. And relax. Perfect. All right, so that was a little bit of upper body toning and core, but just as a method to teach it and remind us. Now, I'm gonna take the band at my toes, and I'm gonna pull on my band, and at the same time, I'm going to push my toes away from the band. Push. Now, I have a pretty light band. So if you have an intense band, only pull is best for you. Notice though, I'm trying to keep my spine lengthened. So I really am working on nice alignment at the same time. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. So I'm pulling on the band one direction. My toes are pushing and pulling the opposite, because now I'm working on strengthening the toes a little bit. Good. One more. And relax. Perfect. Place the band now at the bottom of your foot, or the arch of your foot. I'm going to come a little bit tighter, and I'm just using this as a chance to stretch ever so slightly through the calf. Okay? So this is just, so see how, notice this foot is nice and relaxed, this one is being pulled, just to stretch. I'm also going to get a little bicep action too, exercise with this. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Now, as I pull, as if I'm pushing on a gas, I'm just going to slightly push down and release. More foot action here, curling my toes under. One more. Isometric contraction for my bicep. My foot is getting some training as well. And relax. Perfect. Onto the other side, starting with the toes first. Okay. Holding them like so, getting a little bit of bicep work. As I pull back, my toes curl and pull under. Ears, shoulders, and hips stay stacked. If you want to put some pillows or something to keep you aligned, you can certainly do that as well. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. So fixing in a nice stacked position is also going to help with the biceps. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Good, and relax. Now I'm doing a little bit of stretching. Again, I'm going to focus on isometric contraction, holding here with the bicep, and just slightly let my foot do some stretching, but then I'm going to layer in as if I'm pushing on gas. So stay here for a second, give it a little bit of a stretch. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Get a little bicep work right here, so two things at once. And again. Now, just push and relax. Release. Push and release. Isometric contraction. Hopefully you're tight enough so that you're feeling a little bit of a pull. Okay. And one more. Relax. Perfect. Excellent job. All right, so now I want to invite you to put the band around the bottom of your feet. Scoot your bottom towards your heels. Lay on your back. Option 1, you can stay here, toe tap out. Option 2, I want to invite you to pick your hips up. Make sure your legs are wide enough so that you're feeling stable. And option 1, lower your hands here. Option 2, fingertips to the ceiling. Tap out and in with the band. Again, a little bit of a compound series here. So you're getting your glutes, you're working on some foot patterns. Your fingertips are at the ceiling. And from here, I'm just rolling my wrists to give, again, some functional fitness movements. Oh, a lot of moving parts here. And here we go. Bring your hips all the way down. From here, I'm going to have you counting. So your fingertips are going to be counting as you lift and lower your hips. So let's lift and lower. Count 1, hip down, 2, hip down, 3, hip down, 4, hip down, and 5. Repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last set. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now I want you to keep your hips up for more challenges. Rolling through your wrists, counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And lower down. Perfect. And release. Now please take your hands on your knees and just rolling through your knees. Keep this stretch. I'm going to get up because I see something that popped up and I don't know if it's something that I need to maintain. But if you could just stay here for one moment, that would be great. was weird. All right, good. All right, so from here, let's go into bird dog. So flip on around onto all fours. And if you actually could grab your band, that would be great. So again, you have the band on one hand, you're on all fours, you're nice and stable. Your toes are curled under, and I need you to push a little pressure into your toes. And I want you to grip your toes into the mat and then release. All right, so your bird dog, I just want opposite hand to opposite leg, so you're working on balance. So with this, I want you to focus on using your toes, using your fingers for balance. I'm gripping the band in one hand in a fist position. Okay, so hold here, inhale through your nose, and exhale through your mouth. And relax. Switching hands, so now I've got the band in the other hand, and again, curling the toes under. So opposite hand to opposite leg. No, other way. Sorry everyone, I had to switch. Did you do like me? I messed up. Switch, okay, so I'm just thinking here about pushing my fingers and my toes in, stacking, and I'm just really focusing on recruiting the toes and my fingers to assist me with my balance. And hold. Remember, your fingertips should be spread out wide like starfish, okay? So you're really using your fingers to assist you. Excellent job. All right. Flipping now onto your back, because I do want to get a little bit more ab work in. So I want your feet to come together and just push your toes into each other. Like so, stacking your spine. And good. I'm going to invite you now to lower slightly down, keeping your legs in what's called a butterfly. You're going to push your toes into each other, but knit your fingers behind your head and just slightly lift up and down, bringing your shoulders off the mat at a level that allows you to feel like you're getting a challenge, but not overly overwhelmed. So it's not a full sit-up, it's just working this rectus abdominis muscle, lifting and lowering. The tendency is to not use our abs, but actually just lift and lower the head. We're really trying to lift the trunk up and down. So inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Good. It's very subtle, very gentle. And again, I'm just still pushing my toes into each other. So my toes, it's almost like they're having another conversation. So we're trying to layer in some functional fitness into some of our functional simple exercises. And relax. Now close those legs again. Bring your knees to your chest, large circles. Good. We just have about another minute or so, so we're just going to wrap this up with a figure 4 stretch here. Next week we'll do some different exercises, more bar-esque, adding a little more challenge. So again, you're just going to pull your knee to your chest, and while you're here, you're just going to give yourself a little massage, just like we did with our hands, with our feet. Okay, so 2 things at once. Figure 4 stretch, stretching your toes. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Hands on your knees, large circle. We'll repeat, switching sides. And figure 4 stretch the other way. And again, you're just stretching your toes. Now that your feet, though, and your hands should be quite awake, I do want you to think about throughout the day, any chance you can recruit your toes or your fingers for extra stability. Obviously the core, your glutes, that's why I did some hip ups, because the bridges, your glute is your biggest muscle. We want to work all our major muscle groups. But there are ways we can add fingers and toes to add and improve balance as well as functional fitness. Hands behind your thighs, roll up onto all fours. Fingertips are spread wide like starfish. Curl your toes under, pick up your hips. So here we are in a fitness style downward dog, a little stretch through the upper body and our hamstrings. Walk your hands all the way up and start to slowly rise. Clasp your hands to the back and just stay right here. Allow me to screen share one more time. Okay. Oops.